Hello, hello, hello. I'm just chilling at home, laying here, trying to just figure out and understand what is going on. Shout out to my one of my friends on here because I asked Rosie O'Donnell to unfriend me or unfollow me or whatever on this app, and she refused. So he had to show me that you can. Did you know that you can manually go into that person's profile, click the three dots, and make sure that they unfollow you? That blew my mind. I did not know that you can get people to unfollow you by you just doing it yourself. So I did that with Rosie because I don't have time. I really don't have time. If you're not going to help help try to figure this out, then I don't want you following me or saying anything about me. Then I'm reading an article about me in one of these articles online, and I'm like, I'm really an introvert, y'all. I kid you not. I really did not want to create any content at all. But people was like, April, people need to hear your voice. I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. And they kept saying, but you can do well. And I know how the media, social media is. It's very, you have a lot of bullies behind keyboards. I did that when I had my YouTube channel when I was only doing gospel stuff. I was only talking about the church world. I got so much information. I'm talking about some concrete information, and it was just too much information I was getting on that side, and I just didn't want to see people that I looked up to in a different light. So I just got completely off of YouTube when I used to do that, the gospel side, the Christian side, the church side. So now I decided to talk about everything. I talk about everything on my platform, and I definitely want us to definitely come together and stop, pointing the finger at who did what, or you voted for Trump and you voted for Biden, and the reason why our economy. I just want us to all stop doing that. I really want us to come together and be on one accord and definitely focus on what is at hand. And right now, our children are at hand. They are definitely the first priority. There is just too much stuff going on. Our country showed us who they behind. Hell, the whole world showed us who they behind. They don't say a mumbling word when Balenciaga situation happened. But y'all have all the time in the day. Every time I turn on TV, whether it was on sports, regular news, social media, y'all are sitting here talking about Ye. Y'all are sitting here talking about Kyrie Irving, about anti-Semitic stuff. But as soon as Balenciaga campaign is pretty much put on blast by regular people, y'all, I mean, we got crickets. We literally got crickets. And now we have another situation where people are, I guess I'm considered a conspiracy theorist because that's what I'm being flagged as on social media, on blogs. And I'm like, and I had a private phone number to call me yesterday. No, I did not answer. So if you call me from a private number, I'm not going to answer my phone. Call me. I want to see your actual number, ID, when it comes across. Don't be calling me from no private number. If you want to talk to April, call me. Don't put no private on it. Call me. And my mom, bless her soul, she's a little worse than April. If they can find him, they can find you and your kids. I do not fear no man. I don't know how many times I got to say it. These people do not scare me. It's sad that they scare the celebrities. And this is what I don't understand with celebrities. If they all came together and said enough is enough, do you think they finna do what's that man? The Baker man. What's his last name? Baker? The one that went to South America and necessarily he didn't drink the Kool-Aid. They had to kill him. And they enforced shots in these people to do a mass unaliving. Do y'all think that they can unalive all y'all at the same time? Like, really, celebrities? Do you really believe that they can sit here and control all y'all? I don't understand what it is about us. We have been so conditioned. It's only a handful of these people that's doing evil. Jim Jones, thank you, Sandra. It's only a handful of these people. How in the world we are afraid to speak out and say anything? I don't get that. I don't. I'm trying to figure this out. How can they sit here and control the masses like they have for so many years? You wanna know how? Keeping us fighting one another. That's why on my platform I am trying to get people to research to really see why everybody hated Trump. That's what I want to get to. Why is everybody hating on this man? I mean, everybody, the media, everybody. So, like I said, I did a paper on him, and I was like, this man not racist. But I'm trying to understand. They taking sound bites, just like they taking sound bites with Ye. Now, if you sat there, you watched the whole interview that he did with Alex Jones, I don't know how it came off as this man was praising Hitler. That's not what he was saying. He said the Bible tells us to even love our enemies. And then they asked the question, well, do you love Hitler? He said, yes, because the Bible tells us to love even our enemies. So how in the world this man is praising Hitler? It just blows my mind how they take sound bites, blow it up on social media and then on the news. And then people just say, oh, yay, yay, yay. I am not brainwashed by Ye, sweetheart. I have my own brain. I have my own brain. And believe me, it's not brainwashed. Do you want to know who is brainwashed? People that don't have critical thinking, that don't actually ask questions. We no longer have journalists no more. And if they are, they're being killed. We can't find them. How in the world you're a journalist, but you are only speaking up for one side? That's not what a journalist does. They're supposed to check all sides. No, I'm not asthmatic. I'm laying down, so I'm kind of like laying down, sitting up. They're supposed to check both sides. They ain't supposed to just, the Republicans are devils and the Democrats are angels. That's not what journalists are supposed to be talking about. Do you not know if you look up all these different networks, CNN, Fox News, all them, they're basically for entertainment purposes. That's it. Ain't nobody doing no type of real journalism no more. Nobody is. And if they are, we don't know where they at. They coming up and disappearing. When we gonna say enough is enough? When? Even in freaking sports, I've been saying a long time ago it was rigged. Now it's finally coming out that professional sports is considered entertainment. They already know who's gonna be the winner. If we stop spending money, I guarantee you this mess will stop. They can't do nothing without money. And actually, their whole life is about to crumble down. When I mean crumble, I mean crumble. Like riches, no more. The last shall be first, and the first shall be last. Do they really believe that this was gonna last forever? And then we talking about climate change. This is what it does when it's time to basically start over. When we talk about the calendar that the world's supposed to be in at 2012, people was panicking and carrying on. Even when 2000 happened, everybody was at church because they was afraid that the world was coming to an end when it came to 2000. It's amazing how fear can control us the way that it controls us. When I tell you, that's what I'm saying. These people coming up missing. Anybody that's truly been doing journalist stuff, are no longer found. We don't hear from them. They're discredited. Then they got all this made up stuff. That's why I don't believe nothing that I see come across that television. I do my own research. Period. Once again, if we were to stop fighting one another, this is an old thing that has been used from century to century. If you keep the people fighting amongst themselves, they will never look up to see what we're really doing. Now, if y'all want to continue to fight and continue to let these people to continue to do what they're doing, because it's affecting everybody's livelihood. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a doctor, or if you're a school teacher. It is affecting all of our livelihoods. Nobody wants to deal with America. Nobody. These people then sat here and created their own currency. What they about to do? When Barack Obama was president, and I forgot what's his name, South Africa. I'm thinking it's a part of South Africa, and Gaddafi was going to come together. They stopped that quick. You want to know why they stopped it? Because he was going to bankrupt not only America but England as well. Our dollar's worth nothing. It ain't backed up by nothing. Everybody say, "Oh, why stuff so high?" It's because inflation. Inflation is caused by our dollar not being worth crap. And you want to know why you go into a store, instead of your bag being full of chips, it's like this? Because no other country's dealing with us. They don't want to tell y'all the truth. These people that close their doors to us. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's researching. Nobody's really looking into seeing what's going on. And then they want to keep blaming this app is ran by China. Just like a foreign car got to have all these rules and regulations and all these taxes added before it can actually be entered in the United States and sold. It's the same thing for this app. You're not going to sit here and tell me that our government ain't watching this goddamn app and censoring people and suppressing stuff. They proved that to us in 2020 during the COVID crisis and the vaccination. They proved that to us. Why would China want to suppress that? What they got to do with them? Hello, Pamela. It's sad that I have to go live sporadically. Because if I go live like I normally would go live on Monday nights, my account get taken down or I have bad connections. So I'm just going to go sporadically. So if you catch me on a live, you catch me on live. And normally what I do is I download this live and I put it on my YouTube channel. So make sure y'all are you are definitely following me on YouTube as well. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what do we need to do. I appreciate that, Pamela. What do we, sometimes, Pamela, I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes I be like, why am I doing this? I really, really do question myself. Why am I doing this? And I don't know why they think everybody want to watch football, FIFA, because I'm just not realizing these soccer balls and stuff popping up. See what I'm saying? They use everything. They use everything to try to get us to watch. And you know, they have people that are sitting literally watching it and looking at our social media, and whatever they think that can really run and get more attention, that's what they're going to blast and put in the algorithm and have it go viral. When I made that video, y'all, I was not expecting for it to reach that many people at all. At all. I was very shocked that the people that were coming at me and was saying all these things and saying that you don't know what you're talking about and blah, blah, blah. But then we talk off this app and start, I start saying, just look at my videos. Just give me a chance, look at my videos and see what you think. Then they start saying, okay, now that's starting to make sense. That too springs self. Because I'm tired of seeing these. I'm ready to see the hearts than the dang on soccer ball. I'm not watching football. I'm not watching FIFA or whatever it's called. What I think, and I have to speak in code because this app also picks up on certain words and it'll shut my live off quick. It'll be interrupted. Now I was doing some reading. I know during 2020 he was made an executive producer on The Ellen Show. Then I started watching a snippet of an interview that he did with his wife, and they mentioned Ellen in the show, and he said, I cannot disclose at this time for legal purposes. So I was like, what is going on here? I don't know what's going on with him and her, but I know she has a hand in it. And once again, for Rosie O'Donnell, which is her friend, to come and stitch me and reply to me twice lets me know that I'm on the right path. And they're not going to get me to shut up. What I'm concerned, and a lot of people are saying, well, he had mental health. You'll never understand mental health.
Listen, we have been seeing celebrities either die from a drug overdose or they call it mental health. And when we see those two things, because of their history, we just take it as facts, we move on and keep it going. But I'm tired. These people are being killed unalive, left and right. I mean, it's going down faster than we can actually keep up. Next, one person unalive, then now this person unalive, and of course they want to say either they die from cancer. And I try to tell people that we all have cancer cells, but it takes something to trigger it. And you don't think these people have hired scientists to find out what can trigger your cancer cells to go to the point where it goes the opposite way? Deodorant. Why women get breast cancer is this goddamn deodorant. Men get breast cancer too, but y'all don't hear about it. Y'all don't hear about it. This deodorant got all type of aluminum in it. We need to go back to just making our own stuff. Do you not know on certain what are they called? They're in Pennsylvania. I don't know why my mind just went blank. The people that don't use no electricity. I don't know why my mind is gone blank just now. A lot of them are being fined for using natural substance, because I know back where I'm from, they make their own stuff and they have their own store, and so everything is fresh. It's not processed. It doesn't have any Amish. Thank y'all, Amish. A lot of them are getting fined because their stuff is natural. Tom's deodorant, okay, that's what I'm saying. If you were to look up the stuff that is in our food, the stuff that is in our makeup, hair products, I think they just said something about one of those perm that black people use. I think Dark and Lovely or one of those. And sad to say, a lot of these black products is owned by white people. And I have nothing against white people at all, but it is doing a lot of damage. Like, a lot of us are getting a lot of fibroids. Like, women that use perm they get fibroids. That's why I stopped putting perm in my hair years ago. And I went natural, and then I cut all my hair off. And my dad still asks me to this, why did you cut all your hair off? Because it's less to have to worry about, manage. I just walk and go. But y'all, all the stuff that we have in our food and our makeup products, other countries don't have that in their stuff. People can eat the exact same thing that we eat, like hamburgers and french fries, and will not gain a pound. People that go overseas and travel, they will tell you, I don't even gain weight. But it's not until I come to the United States and eat their food is when all the weight gain happens. It's when I start getting all these diseases like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all this stuff. You know? Which is crazy to me. And then they want to sit here and say we want kids to eat healthy when Michelle Obama did that thing, and not knowing that if you eat too much wheat, that's actually worse. Because I know at my kids' school, everything was wheat. Their pancakes was wheat. Their cornbread was wheat. I'm like, and now this food look a mess. It's disgusting. It don't have no taste. It's already prepackaged. The cafeteria workers ain't even cooking food no more. They just put it in the microwave. I don't know about y'all school system, but in Alabama and Texas, this stuff is already prepackaged. That worries me. What are you giving these kids? During the whole time COVID was happening and they had the lockdown, everybody got free lunch. Once again, whenever our government is doing anything free, y'all better question it. Every time. Even our water is not even water. Our water is not even water. If you have somebody from England drink our water, they say they don't. That's why you think you're always thirsty. Our body needs minerals, and the water does not have minerals in it. When I saw that filter, I know y'all saw a video on TikTok that they took not brown liquor. Well, was it brown liquor? Yeah, they took brown liquor, they put it in a filter, and it came out clear, and it didn't even taste like alcohol. We have to have minerals in our bodies, y'all. You'll be surprised. I have been sick and I don't go to the doctor. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Now I do the checkup once, a year. and I'm at the age now I need to be doing mammograms. But I don't do doctors on a regular basis. I take my Irish moss. I do that. Um, Even when I caught the flu, I did the Irish moss and I got better. A lot of this medicine is not helping us. Our body needs minerals. Stop buying that synthetic mess. Stop buying these vitamins that they know good and well ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing. That GNC sells and other pharmacies sell this stuff. That stuff ain't good for us. Our water, if you went overseas, their water taste is thick. It has a thickness to it. And our body, we just gulping down water, gulping down water. You're going to remain thirsty because your body is searching for minerals. That bottled water don't have no minerals. They took all the minerals out. So you be playing sports and you be like, dang, I'm thirsty. You be tearing that bottled water up, not realizing your body need minerals. If you start eating fruits that has the natural juice and sugar and start taking like minerals, Irish moss, all that stuff, you will find yourself not as thirsty. Y'all, my skin start clearing up when I stop eating certain foods. Now, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I eat candy, which I need to stop doing that too. But when I stop eating foods, because a lot of people say, oh, your skin is so clear. Because I stopped eating certain foods. If y'all leave certain foods alone, you'll be surprised what your skin will do. I tell people everything that we need to heal our bodies is in the ground. I forgot her name. I follow her. She's on this app. She talks about home remedies. I have a lot of home remedies too that was passed down from generation to generation that actually works. You know, I got my Irish moss on Amazon, but I make sure I got mine from a botanical garden. You can either do it in pill form or you can do it in the powder form. And normally I use about this much, and the package can last you forever because it's got this much in it. I use about this much in my smoothie. And it gives you a natural energy boost as well. That's what I give my kids instead of giving them that ADHD medicine, which I parents, and I'm not trying to say I'm a doctor, but that medicine is not good for your kids at all. I use Irish moss for them, and they are very, because they have ADHD, and it, of course my son and I are on the spectrum, so our attention span is very short, but it tends to center them where they're focused and do better. Even coffee is basically what that medicine is. It's just to make sure you stay focused and do your job. You know? And voodoo, you know what? And I'm glad you brought that up too, because we've been taught wrong, y'all. We've been taught wrong. I don't know how we keep allowing these people to keep showing or telling us that voodoo is a bad thing and not definitely do a research on what voodoo really is. If you think about voodoo, we've been taught that it's black dark magic, and it's basically doctors that study the earth, study plants. The Haitians did voodoo, and why you think they call them witch doctors? Because they were healing people, and the people couldn't fathom how can you heal somebody with plants. So they were called witch doctors. So we've been taught that voodoo is bad, and it's not. It is basically people learning the ground, the plants that are natural healers. Herbalists, yes, that's what voodoo is. I had to watch a documentary that I bought all of them, Hidden Colors as well as 1804. And when they talked about that, Chandra, my mind was blown. We have been taught that voodoo is bad. And it's all it is a herbalist. I ain't gonna lie, someone was using some stuff to kill their masters, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's all voodoo is herbalist. It's nothing bad about it. That's what I'm saying. And then they have I know. That's when I tell y'all, me doing more research every single day, I am learning so much. That's why I guess I'm coming away from what has been spoon fed to us for all these years. They have been telling us that voodoo is bad, is dark magic, because why? Who's making money when we get sick? Think about it. Who is making money when we're getting sick? They don't want you to know about the things in the ground that can literally heal your body from cancer, from AIDS, from influenza, from all this stuff. And when people say I'm a witch, I know what you mean. Now, 5 years ago, April, I would have said, oh my God, get off my live. But I know what you mean. You're a doctor. You're a herbalist. That's what I'm saying. That's what people think it is. You're doing voodoo dolls and you're sticking, causing curses and stuff. It is not that. They took it to that so you won't know the truth behind it. Because they are making too much money on you buying prescription drugs, y'all. They're making way too much money. And when somebody's making that kind of money, they don't want to let it go. And they can be set for life. But it's something about it that they have to keep going on. That they have to keep lying to the masses. They have to keep lying to the masses and have us thinking that we need this prescription. My mom takes this thing called Fruit of the Spirit, which brings her cholesterol down. That's what I'm saying. Like different fruits, different plants. These things are naturally to heal us. Do we really believe that the Creator wouldn't bring anything or create something that can heal us? You know, when my son would get, what they said, like the stool was too hard when they were babies. You don't want to know what his doctor told me to do? Put that Cairo syrup, not a lot, but a little bit in their formula, and they ain't constipated no more. See, that's what I'm talking about. He didn't give me no medicine. He just told me take some Cairo syrup, put it a little bit in my baby's formula, shake it up. He drunk it. My child no longer constipated. You know? So I know a lot of people are coming at my page and they're trying to figure out, and they're thinking I'm being insensitive about Twitch. Which I'm still finding odd. Why is his DJ name lowercase t, capital W, ITCH? There's always a message in something. And I try not to read too much into stuff. And I've looked at other videos, even on YouTube. But a lot of people are saying that this man did not commit the act to himself. I don't know in my heart. I just know. I just feel that he did not do this to himself. There are just too many holes in this case. Nobody's really talking about it. I'm starting to believe Hollywood have their own precinct just like the Vatican. I'm really starting to believe that. In other news, people be on front. They close this case entirely too fast. They trying to shut people up and try to get people not to talk about it. Right, Chandra. They don't want people to talk about it because they don't want extended family members to be questioning. A lot of people don't know after Martin Luther King was assassinated, his brother was found dead in a pool, which he can actually swim. They say he was a very good swimmer. His mother was killed in church while on the organ by a gunman. When you ask too many questions, they start killing off the people that are asking too many questions. Same way with JFK. That's what they combine the word conspiracy theory behind his assassination. Because too many people was asking questions. That's where conspiracy theory comes from. A lot of people said no, the gunman was not in that building. It was in the knolls or whatever it's called, in that grass area. And a lot of people said if it felt like it was more than one gunman. You see what I'm saying? So they had to create something. So if this was to happen again, nobody questions them. What will her link be? I was doing some research. If you do some research, you'll see too. During 2020, I believe the woman's on house arrest. I don't care what nobody say. He was made executive producer. And we all know in Hollywood, when you're starting, when you're acting is one thing, but when you eventually become executive producer, then you're starting to see way more stuff than you would if you was just an actor in Hollywood. I really believe he saw too much. Now, someone interviewed him and his wife, and they brought up Ellen in the show, and he said, I'm not at disclosed to say, I'm just paraphrasing. I can't say anything for legal purposes. So I'm trying to figure out what is going on here. We know that Ellen is on those logs. There's no shot. No, I'm not shocked if people don't think she is. I know for a fact she is on those logs, because birds of, if y'all knew her lineage, where she actually comes from, who is her people, then you'll be like, oh, because those families, those founding families of United States, or the men that made America, those families that helped shape America financially wise before we start taking out taxes and stuff. These millionaires were loaning money to our government to fight wars and all this. That's how they make money. They make money when we go to war, because now the government owes them money. Okay? She's a part of one of those big families. Okay? They do evil stuff. Okay? So when I saw those things, and then she did a tribute to him, it just wasn't adding up for me. You might know me, I don't know. I'm from Tuscaloosa. And you know what, Rhonda? Even in that, because it's a lot of celebs that see a lot of stuff. When I say a lot of stuff, they see a lot of stuff. And that's why I made the video that I made, to let them know that regardless of what they have done, if all y'all walked off set, if all y'all walked away from your record label, if they did it all together, these people can't kill everybody. I'm sorry, unalive everybody. No, they said, the wife came out, Nicole, and said that they're not dealing with hardship financially at all. So everything that the news was saying, she's come back and said, no, that's not true. First they said it was not a note. Now they said there is a note. There's just too many inconsistencies in this story. Then they're saying he called an Uber. She said that they didn't have no argument. He was fine. The hotel people said that he was pleasant. He didn't seem to be anxious or anything when he checked in. And then on top of that, nobody heard the gunshot. Nobody. And the people at the motel didn't even know who he was. Now, we all know, and nothing against Indians, but that's who mainly own motels. And motels are totally different from hotels. Y'all do know that, right? You know, a lot of people feel as though, you know, we watch too many movies and too many TV shows that a person has to be missing for 24 hours. It's not always the case. It's just, if you keep pressing and pressing and pressing, the police know something ain't right. This is not like them. This is not normal. That's why she was telling them he didn't answer his phone. He didn't call. Now, they're saying that he put it on airplane mode, which is true. If you put a phone on airplane mode, it's going to ring. But if you, instead of you turn the phone off, then, you know, it goes straight to voicemail. It's just a lot of holes in this. Now, a lot of people are looking at the wife. Now, I'm not even thinking about that. Right now, I'm focusing on trying to make sure that we are really researching and looking into this thing, because I have children. I have kids. And I don't want these kids, especially, and I'm not even a person that celebrates holidays, especially but right before Christmas. And his birthday's on the 29th of this month. He would have been 41. I can't let these kids believe that. it's just something in me saying, don't let these kids believe that. I just can't. Okay, so user 1807, you're saying let the family grieve in peace. Listen, that's, you have to understand how a narcissist or a person that is grooming their victim, it ain't happening all at one time. It's over a span of time to get them to trust them. Our government and the news have been grooming us all these years to where anytime a celebrity passes away, all we can remember, oh, well, they was on drugs, so they must have died of that. That's the first thing people were saying, that Anne Hetch was probably intoxicated or had drugs in her system as to the reason why her car went speeding, running to a building, a house. And then we see on video, if it wasn't for TikTok, I don't think we would have saw that part of her literally sitting up and then they lay her back down. They have groomed us to believe these things, so we don't question the contract deals that these people make with these celebrities. Do y'all think about Princess and the Frog? I know it's an animation, okay? But remember when the guy that wanted to do what he did to become a prince or take on that prince livelihood, he had to cut some corners. But when he could not pay the piper, what happened? What happened? Answer that. And I know it's just an animation, but a lot of this animation and movies and TV series, they be showing us what they're doing, but we take it as fantasy, fiction, because they what have they been doing? Grooming us. They have been grooming us to make it seem as though this is fake. That if anybody say anything outside of this, then they are considered crazy and a conspiracy theorist. People was on this app talking about the jab for so long and telling people not to do it. This ain't making no sense. How in the world you saying we're a lockdown, but you're allowing Black Lives Matter to go out here and protest for a person that was died by the hands of the police officer, but you're telling us we got to stay in the house and that we need to stay 6 feet apart? Answer this question. If this is an airborne disease, a bacteria, something that you can catch and die from, or have complications in the long run if you don't die from it, then why are we not going through quarantine before we enter our house? Because all of it's on your clothes. Did you take off your clothes and put it in the bag before you walked in your house? So what did we expect the mask to be doing? Think about it. That's what I'm saying. We have lost critical thinking. It has gone out the window. If this is an airborne disease, that mess is all over us. It's all over our clothes. Think about it. Think about it. If they saying this is airborne, when you see people go into what was that other disease that came here and they shut that down fast? Ebola. Them people aren't walking around like this. They had all kinds of stuff on them. So if COVID was considered the same thing, then why weren't we told to take our clothes off, put it in the bag, leave it outside, burn it, basically? Why we weren't walking around in those big things if COVID was that? Do we really believe a mask was going to keep us from catching that? That blows my mind. So that's what I'm saying. We have lost critical thinking. We have allowed these people over time to desensitize everything, to groom us in movies, TV shows, cartoons. When I was a kid, like I talked about in one of my videos, I watched Pinocchio. I wasn't looking at these kids being changed into donkeys and going to an island and never to return. I wasn't paying attention to that. But then I watched the live version on Disney Plus, which I have canceled Disney Plus, and I have canceled Hulu because they own them too. They pretty much own everything. They own ESPN, CNN, but I digress. Then I watched the live version, and watching these kids being taken by these evil spirits. Evil spirits. It's literally evil spirits being drugged into an island to never return. I wasn't paying attention as a kid when I was watching Pinocchio. It's basically was child trafficking in our faces. The cartoon was child trafficking in our faces. They are desensitizing it. They are grooming us to believe that it's not real. And if you question it or if you talk about it, you're crazy. You're a conspiracy theorist. You know, Wolf Mother, when the vaccinations came out, and understand this, they had all this set up anyway. Baby Bush, and for those who are new to my that's follow me, I call Baby Bush, which is the one that's still alive, the son, and Daddy Bush, the one that passed away. That was both presidents. Daddy Bush is the oldest one, the daddy, and Baby Bush is Baby Bush. He had already implemented this situation when he was in office. He read a book about what happened with the flu influenza pandemic in 1911, how it killed all these people, and he just wanted to make sure that he checked all the checks and crossed every T's and dotted every I's, and so he wanted to implement that. I keep telling y'all, our government is 30 years ahead of us. They already knew this was going to happen. Already knew. Do you not know they have bunkers under the ground? Going back to Disney, a lot of people don't know this. I went one time in my life and never go back to Disney World. But that is the highest place where children come up missing. They don't advertise it. They don't put it on the news. They might have did it one time when that 3-year-old came up missing, and they never found that child. But a lot of children come up missing at Disney World and Disneyland. You'll never hear about it. They got tunnels all under the ground that cars can fit. Denver airplane station. They the same way. I don't even let my children fly by themselves. I don't care if they is 15 and 12. They getting a chaperone. The way we keep getting alerts in Texas, and I know Texas is big, with children being, and that's the sad part. If y'all knew who ran and started the whole Amber Alert thing, you'll be shocked. You will be shocked. Y'all, it's so much going on. It's so much going on that we have no clue. And the celebs see it. They know about all this stuff. Why you think they get all these tattoos all over their body? Can't change. Now I ain't gonna lie, I changed my hair a lot too, but you can just see in their faces that they ain't the same. They go in fine and come back, and you like, what in the world? What is going on in Hollywood? What is going on in the music industry? These people literally stay high, stay under the influence because of what they had to endure. They get stuff get done to them. Y'all just don't know it, men and women. Now, if y'all might talk about Cat Williams, but he be speaking facts, and the reason why he can speak facts because he pretty much pays for his own shows. He don't look for no sponsors. He don't get money from nobody else. So that's how he's able to speak freely. For those who do not know who Cat Williams is, if you have Netflix, I will ask you to go watch his stand-ups. He basically telling us what's going on in Hollywood. But we take it as jokes. Dave Chappelle basically tell us what's going on in Hollywood. But we see it as jokes. What do I want people to do? Come together and stop fighting. Because as long as we keep fighting about something, whether it be race, who you voted for, vaccinated, unvaccinated, heterosexual, homosexual, if we will put all that to the side and come together, they're in trouble. They don't want another Revolutionary War. Look what happened when people got tired of their government. They came together and done away with the stuff. How you think United States became United States? They got tired of England. That's what they keep throwing stuff in our faces. People get killed by the police all the time. But no, you just want to focus on the black people getting killed. So we can be mad. And y'all know we very emotional. Not in a bad way, but we very emotional when it comes to our people. And so we're going to fall for it and run with it. Now you just sat here and took reins of the LGBT community. Trying to implement maps. Have y'all heard about that? Have y'all heard about that? They're trying to make pedophile normal. Now they hijack the LGBTQ community. I'm seeing so many LGBTQ people coming out. No, we don't condone that. I don't know why y'all trying to attach pedophiles to us. We don't condone that. They even speaking out against it. They even speaking out against children getting their sex change. But you ain't gonna hear from them because they suppressing those videos. They don't want you to know that the LGBTQ is not going for that mess. They think a child should be a child. They too young to be trying to think, oh, I'm a girl, I'm a boy, and I'm in the wrong body. We all went through that mess. When I was molested, I wanted to be a boy. Because if a girl has to go through this, I don't want to be a girl. We all go through that. But I love men. And I know that I'm a girl. So that's what I'm saying. They have hijacked these people's things and just ran with it. They're trying, and if we don't pay attention and start looking at these bills that they keep trying to pass, and y'all need to stop getting upset with each party. First of all, they're the same. But in those bills, the ones that do got some type of conscience won't sign bills because it's not. See, they tell y'all one thing is in that bill. Y'all have to understand bills be this thick, and they be having all kinds of stuff in there. All types of stuff. So I'm going to read this bill and you want me to pass something that I don't agree with. Now, I agree with the other thing, but I don't agree with this. So I'm not going to sign it. And we get mad because they don't sign it. You don't know what's in that bill. There's more to just what is being told us. That's why I said we have to stop being spoon-fed. We have to start watching. I think they air it. Even in your local. I know in my city, they air the city council meeting. They air when they're meeting in Congress. But we don't watch it. We just want the news to just tell us the results. You see what I'm saying? And we got to stop doing that. C-SPAN, thank you. We got to stop relying on the news to tell us the results. We need to actually watch C-SPAN, see what they're talking about, what it's about, because each representative is going to get up from their state and say why this should pass or why it shouldn't pass. That's what my platform I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring us together. Because these people going to mess around and pass a law. Well, pedo is okay. Do you not know they're trying to pass a bill where you no longer can have to know who your neighbor is if they're a sex offender? Listen now. That's what they're doing. That's why I said we have to stop fighting one another. We have to, y'all. Put your differences aside. Put your differences aside. These people are literally destroying this country. Whether you believe in God or not believe in God, we all believe that children should be left alone. Whether you believe heterosexual or homosexual, we all believe that the children should be left alone. Children are off limits. And now you're trying to pass stuff to make it okay? Maps is what it's called. That's what it's called, y'all. Your vote don't count. Listen, this is what, if we read our Constitution, we will understand that we have more of a say than anything. But we don't know our Constitution. Why you think they taking cursive handwriting out of school? They took it out of school because what's in cursive? The Constitution. I'll show my child the Constitution. My child couldn't even read "We the People." That's the problem. That is a problem. Oh, thank y'all for the gifts. I'm just not realizing what's going on. Y'all know I'm new to this app. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate it. I appreciate it with all my heart. Think about it. They took cursive handwriting out because they don't want our children's generation to be able to read the Constitution. You have more right than you think. When it's in the Constitution, when we see that our government is going too far off from what the Constitution is saying, we have as a people, as a right, to say no. Let's kick all y'all out and start over. We need to kick all of them out. Because if you've been in office, which it should be a set term for people that run for Senate and House of Representatives. It should be a set term. These people, I be watching C-SPAN, half of them people that's in there are knocked out, sleep, getting paid off our money, and their children get to go to school for free. They don't have to pay a tuition when they go off to college. These people sleep. There should be term limits. We need to come together, put all differences aside. There should be term limits. Greg Abbott needs to go. You know, and I'm going to be honest with you. I voted for Greg Abbott. You want to know why I voted for him? And I know you're going to be like, what? By me being here in Texas, I'm from Alabama. And believe me, that the governor in Alabama, she's a puppet. Somebody else is doing the job for her. She's just a figurehead. She's not there. She's another Biden. They standing there, but they ain't really there. But he was doing stuff that I have never seen nobody do. He takes care of his state. When COVID came about and they said we finna shut down, this man would not allow anybody to enter Texas. To enter Texas for 14 days. They had to be quarantined for 14 days before they can actually enter Texas. Okay? Then he also made it to where people can have guns. And God only knows, I hate what happened to Uvalde. But Uvalde City all voted for this man because he knew something's about to come down the pipe. He knew that Trump wanted to get back in office. We are literally at the hand and mercy of whatever is below the border. Am I saying all Hispanics are killers? No. And that's another thing. Trump wasn't talking about that's all Mexicans are. But you do have a lot of people that are in that country that does the things that they do that we don't want to accept here in the United States. And we have every right to tell people that they can't come due to their history. We're literally, like, I'm 3 hours away from the border, y'all. If they were to come across here, I ain't got nothing to defend myself. Nothing. I understand if I lost you on Abbott, but I had to do my research. And y'all also have to understand, even with voting for these people, they all on the same page. They all have the same agenda, period. I have a right to vote for who I want to vote for. You have a right to vote for who you want to vote for. But should that cause you to not even want to talk with me anymore? Should that conversation stop? Should we not start having a conversation anymore? And that's what I'm talking about. They have conditioned us. Oh, you voted for this person? Oh, I don't want to follow you no more. We don't have nothing else to talk about. I'm telling you why I voted for the man. Because he cares about Texans. And I have to give it to him. Who is Bezos? Did y'all do any research on Bezos? Did y'all see anything that he did for anybody? I'm actually looking at what Abbott did for the state of Texas while I was here. When I moved here 2 weeks later, we got shut down because of COVID. This man will not allow nobody to come into his state unless they quarantine for 14 days. Y'all need to also understand Texas is more Hispanic than anything. And I found this out too while I'm living here. A lot of Hispanics are made to put white and not Hispanic when they are doing anything, when it pertains to getting a gun permit, applying for a job, But it's way more Hispanics here than y'all think it is in Texas. Like way more. And these people ain't poor. Well, at least where I'm at, they are wealthy. These Hispanics are wealthy here in Texas. I just don't want us to, it's okay to agree to disagree. And I think that's what we forget about. We forget about, it's okay if you like that person. It's okay that you voted for this person. It's okay that you love who you love. But I'm still going to have a conversation with you. I think that's what we're messing up, and that's why we're falling apart, and that's why we can never come together, because we have allowed television, media to tell us if this person don't like what you like, shut them off. They do that so we can't ever come together. That's their plan. And it's working. And it's been working for a very long time. And like I tell people, my great-grandparents owned their own mom and pop store back in home in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. They had 2 stores. And this is back in the 30s. And they would help out regardless of your race, white or black. The rich saw that mess and saw how they was coming together. Why you think the loving story is the only story that interracial marriage was going on? It wasn't the only story, but they implemented something and to make sure that we will never come together. A lot of people don't know MLK Jr. did not die because of the civil rights movement, because we all know that Lyndon B. Johnson approved it because he said, if we get these people voting Democrat and we give them these rights, they will be voting for us forever. And he ain't never lied. Civil rights wasn't for a specific race of people. They made it for everybody. Even people that are homosexuals can have civil rights, which I have nothing against it. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. That's your life. I have nothing against it. I love you just the same. That's why I keep telling people love is the greatest commandment. You got to love people. The issue and the reason why he died was because of the Poor Man's March. He was bringing everybody together. If you notice anybody the FBI calls these people messiahs. If you can bring all race together, like that young man in Chicago, and they made a movie about it. I think they call it Black Judas. I forgot his name. He was 21 years old, killed in his sleep. He was bringing people that were KKK, the Latinos, the gangsters. He was bringing them together. Nobody never seen nothing like that. Anytime you can bring multiple people together, you are a threat. And they don't want you. They will take you up out of here. That's what I'm saying. It is okay that I voted for who I voted for. It's okay that you voted for who you voted for. It's your prerogative. We can learn to agree to disagree. But that shouldn't stop a conversation that we're having. That shouldn't stop my respect for you. My sister-in-law kind of blew my mind the other day. She was like, I stopped following you because you're a Republican. Just because I say I'm a Republican doesn't mean I vote for every Republican. I keep telling people I didn't vote for Trump or Biden. I didn't vote for Hillary or Trump. Because I found, first of all, I laughed when he ran against Hillary because they are friends. This man has paid and donated money to her cause for everything she ran for. Everything. So I laughed when he was running against her. I was like, they friends. They do things together. How in the world is he running against us saying all this stuff? It was funny to me. So when I woke up and saw that he won, I laughed. But I think what happened, and y'all need to hear me out for those who do not like Trump. He went in first of all, he didn't think he was going to win because they were trying to make, because we always vote for the lesser evil. And we already know Hillary is beyond evil. Period, point blank. So regardless of all the rhetoric he was throwing, he wasn't meaning that half of that stuff he was saying. He was just trying to seem as the greater evil for her to win, and she didn't win. Which blew everybody mind. Everybody was shocked. Think about it. Go back, rewind. CNN, when they projected, there's no way he's going to win. It ain't no way. Then they said, the man won. They weren't expecting him to win at all. Then the man went into the office and saw some stuff and was like, oh, heck no. Now, I can't say this. He loves this country. Now, I had to do a paper on him when I was in my business courses. Hear me out before y'all start going off and saying I can't hear no more. But hear me out. I had to do a paper on him. And to be honest with you, Keem, actually the electoral votes are supposed to go based on the popular votes, which is our votes. And y'all need to understand that's another thing. We don't know how our government. It's amazing how people that come over and want citizenship knows way more about how our government's ran than we do. I know the last time I learned civics was in middle school. That's where they have it at, around that age where we ain't gonna remember half the stuff that they teaching us. Chantel, I'll be all over the place. Y'all bear with me because I'm on the spectrum and my brain be going like and I be going all over the place. So I will jump from one topic to the next. Y'all have to pull me in. Sometimes. So I'll look every night. It's like, go back to what you was talking about. So the electoral votes are they're supposed to go by the popular votes, which is our votes. Our votes are the popular votes. To be honest with you, the presidency thing, we want to believe is our choice. Okay? Now, your local stuff, it is. Like your city council, your mayor, your senator, your House of Representative, your governor, all those attorney generals, all that is the local stuff is ours. But to be honest with you guys, president, like somebody said, is definitely an electoral thing. It's not, electoral college. It's not, ours are, when they show popular votes, that's us. Isn't that crazy? The person that's supposed to represent the American people, and the American people really don't have a say. Think about it. A lot of people put blame on presidents, when in reality, it is Congress that does all this, that passes all this stuff. Trump showed us that. I keep telling people Trump is not a dumb man. He's very intelligent. Like I said, I had to do a paper on him. Trump will go on Twitter and tweet the crap out of stuff, and we just took it as, look at him doing this. He literally was saying, I will change the date that we vote for the president. And what did Congress come out and say? He cannot do that, only we can. If they veto, if they come out with a bill, I'm going to veto. What did Congress come out and say? If he tries to veto it, we can overturn it. He was giving us civics 101, and we weren't even paying attention. He was telling us a president can only do so much. You really believe Bush would have gone to war as soon as he became elected? Baby Bush with Iraq? Do y'all really believe that? He had to get it approved by Congress. Even with Roosevelt, when World War II broke out, England was needing help. He said, I can't do nothing unless Congress approves it. And then all of a sudden we get hit. Now we got to get involved. We get hit by Japan. Y'all better wake up. 9/11, self-inflicted. Call me conspiracy theorist, I don't care. His father thought he was going to get a second term, but he didn't. He lost to Clinton. Yeah, I call him Baby Bush. So when Al Gore, because I went to bed, that was my first presidential voting. I voted for Al Gore. You know, you from the South, you black, you vote Democrat. So I voted, and he was the winner, and I wake up, Bush the winner. What the heck? What? Because he had to finish his father's job, which is what? Oil. Oil. To control it. Y'all, United States is the hit man for England. Y'all better wake up. Even Saddam Hussein said the Bushes are the devil. He wasn't lying. One line. Was not lying. He sure was talking about New World Order. You want to know why JFK died? Because he was talking too much about secret societies. Shut up, man. You going on live television talking about secret societies? And y'all think that this stuff is being done is all they on drugs or they unalive themselves? If they can, I like MLK Jr. said, if they can kill the president, who am I? If they can kill a president, who am I? Look at what they did to Lincoln. And a lot of people want to say he freed his. No, the South was becoming too powerful with their cotton. Understand, they had workers that they didn't have to pay. They were becoming too powerful. Too powerful. And they wanted to break off and do their own thing. And if you notice, and y'all might call me another conspiracy theorist, when Texas talking about succeeding, when Biden won, next thing you know, we get hit with that freeze. And I'm telling y'all, I have never seen nothing like that in my life. And I'm in the lower part of Texas. How did we get to 2 degrees? Every time Florida do anything, they keep getting hit by a hurricane. God forbid. Lord, I'm not laughing to laugh, but y'all got to start connecting the dots. Y'all will be surprised. I have gone down so many holes in research, and I'm like, Lord, I just don't want to see no more. It's so much stuff that our government does. Y'all will be surprised. It's so much stuff Hollywood does, and they all in cahoots. They all hand in hand. Why you think when they be campaigning, all these celebrities come out doing concerts for them? These people are literally slaves, and we don't even know it. These people are bound by a contract that they can't get out of. Because if they try to get out, they die. And then they try to say this person had cancer, or this person died from this, and this person died from that. Robin Williams is about to come out and just bust everything out. And then next thing you know, he done committed suicide. Oh, he was a sad person. And then they make all these documentaries to keep making us remember and think, yes, he was sad. He was sad. He was dealing with depression. Even though he was laughing, he was dealing with depression. So they make all these different documentaries to keep it in our minds. Just like they keep bringing all these slavery movies out and slavery TV series and TV shows. Nobody want to see that stuff. We have moved. If you want us to move past it, then stop showing it. But they don't want us to move past it. They want us to. We don't even realize we're suffering from trauma that happened 400 years ago. Not 400 years ago, because they in the 1800s. We are still suffering from trauma because they keep showing us the stuff. They keep reminding us of what our ancestors went through. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. This is how they control us. Emotionally, mentally. I don't even watch, and I ain't gonna lie, I did watch one on Hulu called Kindred. I ain't gonna lie, it's a very good, well-written show. But that's how they keep us traumatized. They keep us in this thinking that we're still oppressed. We're oppressed. We're oppressed. We still got this going on. We still got that going on. I'm in Texas. And I'm doing extremely well. And it's a lot of people of color that are doing extremely well here. If you were to come here, you'll be shocked. I mean, wealthy people of color. Here in Texas, we have been so brainwashed and so tricked into thinking that this is all we are. This is who we are. Now, they don't want us to know the truth. Hence, Kyrie Irving situation. They want us to continue to believe all we were slaves. But we were more than that. But I don't know how I got off on this subject. I just want us to understand I am not doing nothing or not trying to do anything to hurt the family, the Boss family, Twitch family. In my heart, I just don't feel like he would do this to his kids. I just want celebrities to know that you no longer have to keep doing the bull that they tell you have to do. And if you don't do it, you're going to find yourself just like that person. These people are literally slaves to the industry. They're literally slaves. Thank you. They're thriving in Atlanta too. That's what I'm saying. And that's another thing. People were thriving. And I want my Caucasian people to understand we will never burn down our own city. I don't know how in the world when riots break out, they think that that's the first thing we're going to do. If you notice, whenever a riot, especially in the 60s, broke out, they only burnt down people of color businesses. They didn't go into the white neighborhoods and burn down. They only burned down their own stuff. Why would we burn down our own establishment? We didn't even realize that we were basically doing another Tulsa. I just want celebrities to know, and I think we need to, and I know a lot of people say I'm done with Hollywood, but I think if celebrities knew that if they came out and just told the truth of what they've done or what they've seen, that we got their back. And stop calling them conspiracy theorists. Now, everybody kept saying this is why people won't say nothing about their mental health because of people like you. But we're also the same people that don't believe when they say, they're saying like the child from Death So Raven. I forgot the child's name. Orlando Brown. He come out talking, everybody deeming him crazy. This is why they won't come out, because they don't want to be deemed as crazy. Think about it. If you're not going to accept that what I'm telling you is facts because it's just too unbelievable to believe, then I'm not going to say nothing. And as soon as somebody says something, they're loony, they're crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. Wow, he's lying. You see what I'm saying? So why should I even come out and say, hey, this is what's going on in Hollywood? Because you ain't going to believe me anyway. Because it's too far-fetched. Because they have put it in movies for us to believe that it's fictional. When these people are literally doing this stuff for real. You don't think they ain't sacrificing children? Balenciaga campaign showed us that they do. And now they want to change the meaning of Baal. We all know that Baal was the god that they sacrificed animals to. Now you want to change it to, it's all about, what, fertility? Girl, bye. I grew up knowing that what Baal meant. Now you want to change the meaning of it. That's another thing with the internet. They can change all these meanings and make it fit their agenda. Right. Walla Walla. Thank y'all for all the gifts that you give, and I really, really do appreciate it. So if we stop calling these celebrities crazy and really hear them out and stop thinking it's far-fetched, then you will have more to come out. And when a lot of them start coming out and saying the truth, these people can finally be free. They need to be free. But they're afraid to say something because look how we treating Orlando Brown. Look how we treating Kanye West. Why would I even say something when these people are telling you what's going on, and then y'all saying, "Oh, he crazy." And then what does the media do? They take snippets of his conversations in different places that he goes to, and y'all take the snippet and just run with it, but you don't hear the whole conversation. You don't hear the whole conversation. You just hear a snippet, and then now we thinking this man is saying he loved Hitler. No, this man was saying, if I'm going to be a believer, I have to do what the scriptures tells me to do. Jesus tells us to love our enemies. So Alex said, well, do you love Hitler? I have to love him because Jesus tells me to love my enemy. That's what he was saying. I don't know how it got to this man is praising Hitler. It just blew my mind. So that's what I'm saying. How do you expect other celebrities to come out and tell y'all stuff, what is going on, and to be heard when the first thing we say they crazy? Because we have been conditioned to believe that they're crazy, that what they're saying cannot be real. Talking about they dying in silence. Yeah, they dying in silence because if you only knew what they've seen and what they had to do, what they seen and what they had to do, you would not even believe it. And when they do say something, you think these people are crazy. Oh, I know MK Ultra is real, Walla Walla. So why would I come out and say stuff if all you're going to do is crucify me and tell me I'm crazy? And that's what is told to them. Nobody will believe you. So you're going to shut up and do what I tell you to do. They're being told that nobody's going to believe you. These people are going to think you crazy. All that you worked for will go down in flames. And then you'll be back where I found you. And then they have no choice. But Chris Brown has been trying to get out of the industry for years. Justin Bieber has been trying to get out of the industry for years. But they can't leave because y'all won't believe them. Or we won't believe them. We won't believe them. I'm looking at celebrities a whole different way. If this woke me up to celebrities. It really did. Yes, they're dealing with mental illness. If you're doing the bull crap, we got a snippet of what R. Kelly was doing to them girls. You don't think this man didn't get this from somewhere else? That's why when he was in his interview with Gayle King, y'all are killing me here. Because he's saying, y'all do it. Amanda, I'm talking about everything. I'm just saying that we need to stop crucifying celebrities because they're already being told that nobody will believe them. They're already being told that people will deem you crazy. And as soon as people start coming out and talking like Orlando Brown, Kanye West, known as now Ye, that we deem them crazy. So why would I come out and say anything? Because we've been so desensitized, and these movies have desensitized us that is just too far-fetched. Ain't no way humans are doing this. Yes, they are. It's amazing how I sat down and watched Pinocchio as a kid and did not pick up, even I watched it as a teenager, did not pick up until I became an adult that these kids were being trafficked. We got to let them come out and we have to listen to them. Give them a chance. But they're also being told if they come out, people are going to deem them crazy and they're going to lose everything. Yes, they suffering in silence because we won't believe them. We won't believe them. We won't, but thank you for the gifts, guys. We won't believe them, but we got to start believing them, y'all. These people ain't crazy. They have seen some stuff. They have done some stuff that they're not proud of. Now, the ones that lived it at birth, were birthed into this mess, I ain't studying them. But I'm talking about the ones that came into this industry wanting to pursue a career, thinking that they fit to show their talents, and then get caught up in this mess. And they can't really leave because you got too much stuff on me. Why you think, listen, I talked to my mom today. Why do you think politicians do what they do for the corporations and not the American people? Because the power at B got all they dirt. You step out of line, I will release this dirt. That's why politicians do more and pass more things for corporations. Because they have all this dirt on these people. They all are slaves. And it's sad. Do you really believe these artists want to sing for a politician that they don't like? That they know they dirt? But they have no choice but to have to sing it? Sing and pretend like they, for them and they ain't in real life? Think about it. These people, like I said, if the Balenciaga campaign didn't wake us up, I don't know what else to tell us. Because y'all sat here and drug Ye. Y'all sat down here and drug Kyrie. Y'all sat here and drug everybody that was talking about anything. But as soon as children came up to be and they started showing us the campaign in these pictures, crickets. Nothing. Don't hear nothing from nobody. And those that are involved with them The Kardashians. I will have to look into it. T.I., I will have to look into it because they can't say nothing. Why you think you have one-hit wonders? How in the world you can have one great song and then we don't hear from you and they shelve your stuff? Because you refuse to go any further. You refuse to be whatever they or do whatever they're telling you to do. And that's why they let you go. I forgot this rapper girl that's on here. Could have became something great, but they want her to sexualize not only how she looked, but her lyrics. I was just got through watching the video about this guy, Call Me Kinfolk, very good YouTube channel. He was talking about that little boy, that video that went viral, talking about I want to unalive my mom, I want to unalive my dad. Then you got kids, when his uncle made a song out of it, and it hit, here, and kids are literally singing. Now we starting to see kids killing their parents on here. One killed his mama. He ordered something from Amazon, and she was like, no, and she did. Daddy took cell phones because he didn't like what his sons was putting on Instagram. They killed him. Like, what is going on? Once again, good is considered evil, and evil is considered good. Now, we might have differences. You might have voted this way. You might love this person. You might have this religion. You might not have religion at all. But children are off limits. And we showed them that children are off limits. When this whole Balenciaga thing, I don't care if you was a liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat, independent. It didn't matter. Gay, straight. Everybody said, no. Now, if we can come together with that, we should be able to come together with all this other stuff that's going on. If we were able to put our differences aside for that, then we should be able to put our differences aside to make sure that this country is ran like it's supposed to. I really believe we need to kick every last one of them out of Congress. Every last one. Including the current administration. Goodbye. Because if you couldn't accomplish nothing in your terms, some of y'all been there for 40 years, and y'all still ain't did nothing, goodbye. Your services are no longer needed. But y'all want to put time limits on people driving cars that's out here in the real world, and they can get a job, and the only job they can actually do is welcome you into Walmart. But your tail is at the highest job that making decisions on what should be done for us. Goodbye. Because if you can do nothing in your terms, bye. We need term limits. Bye, bye, bye. We need to come together on that. All of this is controlled, y'all, by a group of people. And I'm talking about a small group. And yet and still, we are still being controlled. And that's going from politicians to celebrities down to us. If we came together and stopped fighting one another, a lot of stuff can be done. We can start seeing a change. We can get relationships back with other countries. You want to know why? You go into a grocery store and you grab a bag of chips and it's about this much stuff in there, and a bag is about this big, at least feet to 2 feet tall, but you got this much chips in the bag because a lot of countries have closed their doors to us. Y'all don't know about that. They trying to say inflation and food shortage and blah. No, these countries have closed their doors. Do you hear me? You're going to have to figure out how to fix your own food. You ain't getting it from us no more. People are tired of the United States. When you got the very man that we just released talking about United States is not the same United States that other countries looked up to. Even countries that didn't like the United States still idolized and wanted to be like us. When you got a goddamn person that we just released have a conversation and say, America is not America. If that don't wake us up, I don't know what will. If that don't wake us up, I don't know what will. We are having food shortage not because we can't grow it. It's because these countries ain't letting us have it. Look at BRICS. Look at BRICS. And then the very thing that they kept projecting that the other administration is going to do, we're seeing the actual current administration doing it. That's why I tell people, if we have a World War III, guarantee you, United States jumped it off. I don't care what you say. You can take me to the bank. If we go through a World War III, United States starts it. And they're going to try to make it seem like it was the other country that did it. Y'all just showed me too many times how y'all do. Hitting Hawaii for World War II or World War I, whichever World War that was, so that we can get into the fight. 9/11, self-inflicted, so we can have reasons to go to Iraq, which Iraq had nothing to do with it. Y'all have shown me what y'all can do. We are the biggest mafia. Talking about raiding and putting people in prison for tax evasion. And y'all literally just sat here and laundered money from one thing to a cryptocurrency and back to yourselves. And it's not your money that you did it. You use people that actually pay taxes. That's the mind-blowing part. That's why I understand why Americans are not mad. That's how desensitized we are. Other countries are sitting here coming together and fighting their government. And we sitting here just thumbing out fingers, just rolling them. Rolling them. These people literally took your tax-paying dollars, sent it to goddamn Ukraine. Ukraine sent it to FTX. FTX sent it back to them. And we just sit here just twirling our thumbs. We so desensitized. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Desensitized. Did you just hear what I just said? Our government kept passing bills, and this on both sides, sending money to Ukraine. Ukraine then was sending money to FTX. FTX then started sending money back to the government to put in their pockets. That wasn't their money that they were sending to FTX or to Ukraine, y'all. That was your money. You pay taxes every time you get paid, and they pull them taxes out your check. That's what they use. Hello. Y'all better wake up, but we so decent. That's why I said we are decent. We have been programmed. We have been groomed for generations and don't even realize that we've been groomed. We have been groomed to believe that our country is the American dream. Listen to that. It's the American dream. I don't think y'all caught up. It's an American dream. Dream. Well, how do you dream? You sleep. You sleep. You can't dream while you can't be up and dreaming. No, you have to be asleep to dream. Think about it. Think about it. The American dream. You cannot dream unless you are asleep, y'all. We have been sung a lullaby for so long. You want to know why they keep talking about it's going to be a cold winter? It's going to be a cold winter, all right, because we waking up. For those who want to wake up. Now, some choose to just be quiet, don't want to question nothing. I'm good. I'm doing fine. And that's another thing. I remember that too. When you used to have the kids' faces on the milk cartons missing. And if y'all knew who had over the Amber Alerts, like I told in one of my old videos, when they say it's a food shortage, listen, whenever they go on this news or they do any type of news talking about anything pertaining to us as Americans, there is hidden messages there. These people are sending more your modern day Morse code through media. If you notice, all media repeat the same goddamn thing. They repeat the same thing. They are word for word. Somebody actually came on here and showed y'all. I don't care if it was Fox News, NBC, CBS, CNN. They're all saying the same thing. You want to know how Hitler was able to be so successful in what he did? He used the airwaves. He used the airwaves. How you think China is how they are? Because they don't let their people listen to everything. They don't get fed all this foolishness. They're being seen. If you notice, even anime, thank you for the gift. If you notice, even anime is always about them in school. Even though these children like they should be grown and 30 and 40 years old, but they in junior high. I still don't understand that. And even cigarette smoking is blurred out in anime. They're showing their children positive things. But over here, anything goes. Anything goes. No, I am Hope. The reason why I say no, because Americans can just shut stuff down. Look at Periscope. How long did Periscope last? They can shut. How long did MySpace last? Well, MySpace is still going on. A lot of people don't know that MySpace is still up, y'all. Do you really believe that when you're watching free movies that you should be watching for free, being pirating, that these people don't know that you're watching it? They know. That's why I tell people the same people that make Louis are the same people that make the knockoffs. They're getting paid twice. Twice. The same people that make the actual name brand also make the knockoffs, y'all. They've already told about the UFOs. They released the files. If you notice, they're starting to allowing a lot of files to be declassified. The same people that make the high-end fashion stuff and like purses and stuff are the same people that are making the knockoffs. So if you walking around with a knockoff, it was still made by Louis, baby. It was still made by Louis, baby. So you better walk around with your knockoff, baby, because it's still made by Louis. Yep. That's why I don't believe Coca-Cola and Pepsi are not the same kind. They gotta be, because they stuff too much the same. Coke and Pepsi, Mountain Dew Mellow Yellow, Sprite Sierra Mist, Dr. Pepper Mr. Pibb. Really? Y'all better sport them knockoffs. Now, somebody did tell me about certain ones, like them Hermes bags. The reason why they so expensive, because they really this. They're really this. They ain't no alligator skin. Y'all, if y'all actually did some research back in the day, sad to say, our ancestors' hands were cut off. They would be sold. They used our hair for cushion. Y'all thinking that this all just began? It's been going on. They've been using human stuff. And if you find yourself eating something and it messes your stomach up, that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want my lie to get interrupted. They want you to believe in these movies that all of this is just, it got to be fake. There's no way that this is actually going on. And I'm going to, again, McDonald's is one. I can watch a documentary and listen to tapes and stuff all day long. McDonald's is one. When they say they are short on food, they ain't talking about the food that we eat. Y'all be surprised what we be eating. I had showed a video of some woman showed a whole rat or a gerbil frozen. She said they ain't even hiding no more. Y'all, we've been eating this stuff. Y'all just don't know. You want to know why the whole Bloods and Crips was a big thing? First of all, it started off as helping their own community and protect them from the actual police. And then it got infiltrated, of course, like it always do, to where now they fighting each other. But y'all don't realize that they allow all that to go on, and they don't really solve these cases because they take those kids' organs. Organ donors, if you looked at the Rockefellers, how many times that man had heart transplants, and you got people on a waiting list waiting, and this man had that many heart transplants. It's a lot of stuff that I can talk about on here. It's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about on here. But I know that I get flagged. I'm trying to split off. I have a Twitter account that I just started, and I have a YouTube channel. I'm just trying to build those two up. I'm definitely going to do more on Twitter when it comes to talking more into depth, since he's giving us the freedom to talk. So I'm going to talk on there because I know I have to be very careful on here because I'm on account warning. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to be careful and be selective in my wording. Very selective because I'm trying to wake up the masses. I'm trying to get people to understand what's really going on. The things that we think is fantasy is actually real. It's actually real. It took me sitting there watching one of my childhood favorites, Pinocchio, to watch that live adaptation, to see those spirits getting them children to drink. Those children turn into donkeys. Then they take them away. And why'd you come to get these kids at night? It was in our faces the whole time. And Pinocchio was made, back in the 30s, 40s. They was showing us child trafficking then. And y'all thinking this is something new? That ain't nothing new. What my grandma used to say. She said, ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nothing new under the sun. That's why I'm telling people we got to let these celebrities come out and just speak truth. They are living and hurting privately because of they're afraid that if they say something, we gonna deem them crazy. We've done it to Orlando Brown. We've done it to Kanye West. Everybody, Jason, from the church, your favorite pastors, mega pastors, trafficking children, well-known mega pastors, trafficking children, your politicians, trafficking children, your celebrities, trafficking children. It's all of them. After watching Spotlight, if you have not watched that movie, mine was blown. Spotlight is based on a true story where this particular department of the Boston newspaper would do stories that is really hard. You don't see stuff like this no more. But they did stories that will blow your mind. Well, they did one on the Catholic Church. And after watching that movie, these people rotate these pedophiles, these predators, from church to church, from country to country. I keep telling people the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church is the devil. They literally do an upside down cross. They literally do that. I don't think nobody ever paid that no attention. Oh, I watched that before, user 8888, The Health. And it's also another one on there. It's a lot of documentaries on there that I've watched already. And I've also watched The Money, or Where's the Money, or something about the money. And I watched that Wells Fargo one. Mind blown. I'm a documentary buff. Like, I can watch all that all day. I'll read and watch and research all day. These people is doing some stuff, but yet and still, they still in business. But you see him locking up people for PPP loans. You locking up people for PPP loans, and you got Wells Fargo doing what they did. Make it make sense. How is the American people getting locked up for stuff? And you got major corporations getting a pat on the hand. Y'all know good and goddamn well people weren't supposed to be getting no loans for their houses. You knew they couldn't pay it back. But yet and still we bailed them out. And we can put on one hand how many times we got a stimulus check while other countries was paying their people monthly. We're hearing inflations in the United States, in Canada, in Europe. But are we hearing any inflations going on in China, Japan, certain parts of Africa? Are we hearing any inflations in those areas? Because Brick said we are here to stay, baby. And they are. Y'all think the equalizer is something made up or taking is something made up? Y'all better know it, that it's happening. That's why I said they desensitize us. They are programming us. They're grooming us to make it seem as though this stuff is fake. And it's not. Eyes wide shut. I saw that one time. That's all I needed. That stuff is really going on. And they are being taken as commodity. They are. And I'm starting to wonder those kids that modeled for Balenciaga, are they who are these children? And then they were showing the person that works for Balenciaga. She got children, babies, and covered in blood, like baby dolls and children. And I'm like, wait a minute. I can talk about the truth, and y'all would take me down in a minute. But a person can show a child with a bag over their head, no shirt on, bent over with heels on. This child look no more to be 5 years old. And they can stay up. But I'm talking truth, and you come and take my stuff down? What the heck? If y'all look to see, I don't even know how to say that woman's name. Even the woman that Jay-Z, that I know that was going around too. She got dark black hair. Why in the world is y'all making a cake and it's in shape of a human being? And y'all eating it. Why in the world you got food on a real human being and y'all eating it? Y'all better wake up. We gotta let these celebrities come out and just speak their truth and stop. Don't label them as crazy and hear them out. These people have seen some stuff. A lot of them, good evening, a lot of them want to get out, but they're afraid that y'all are going to label them crazy and their career is going to go downhill. What is that girl that came out? She would have been the Beyonce of today. What's her name? She a crackhead. She was the one that came out. This just one thing that got me go. Oh God. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. This just one thing that got me going. What's her name? What's her name? But right now she walking around the streets just cracked out. Anne-Marie, thank you. That would have been her. That would have been the next Beyonce. Aaliyah would have been the next the Beyonce that we would never heard of. But they had to get rid of them. Michael Jordan wouldn't be Michael Jordan today if what's that man's name? Jesus, that kid. He played for and he went to the Boston Celtics, but then he overdosed on cocaine, I think. What? Bill. And his brother died too. And nobody would know who Michael Jordan is if Bill would have lived. Y'all have to understand, they are willing to do whatever it takes to go to that next level. If it even happens to take to unalive a person. Bias. Thank you. Bias. I'm sorry, y'all. It's bias. Jordan was doing things, replicating what Bias was doing before he died. The list goes on and on. Why you think his daddy dead? First of all, he was supposed to lose to the Suns and he didn't. And next thing you know, his daddy died. And then he came to the White Sox and they was like, no, it's not fair for him to come straight to major leagues. Then he come down where I'm from, go to Birmingham and play for the Barons in the minor league baseball. Because he was supposed to lose that game. I keep telling y'all, sports is entertainment purposes only. That's why I don't even get all excited about it no more. They showed me that when Saints won the Super Bowl. Brett Favre was supposed to beat the Saints. Brett Favre was supposed to play against the Waterhead baby. I don't like him at all. Peyton Manning, when he was the Colts quarterback, and he was supposed to lose so Brett Favre can retire on a win. But no, Saints coach had to challenge. Just had to make all them challenges when they played against Brett Favre. They didn't even have no type of confetti or anything for the Saints when they won against Brett Favre. Then they play against the Colts and they win. And New Orleans Saints has been catching hell ever since. Ever since. They have been catching hell ever since. That's why I keep telling y'all. That's why I keep telling y'all. And then the other one, Tom Brady. When that man tackled him, clean tackle, and they gonna talk about some roughing the passer. How? Like I said, I stopped watching sports, and I'm an Alabama fan, but I haven't even watched them. A lot of people talk about Saban, and I'm from Tuscaloosa, and I lived there, and I moved here almost 3 years ago. Saban is a good dude. Saban did a lot for the city of Tuscaloosa. I mean, for a lot of people. And I'm not just saying white people only. He did it for everybody. People of color. A lot of people don't know this man has fought against that booster and that goddamn athletic director for years. He's been wanting a black quarterback forever. And they kept... Now, who done called out my whole name? Who is this in the comment? Who is this? Show yourself. Then call out my maiden. You know that's not my maiden name. I'm going to have to do a story time about that too. And he fought and fought and fought and fought. And he finally got what he wanted. And as soon as Jalen Hurts plays, Jalen's doing awesome. They weren't pleased with that, so they get Tua. Tua gets there. They trying to get him to pin against the other. And he said, I'm not going to do that. I don't know why y'all keep asking me who's going to be the quarterback. I get tired of y'all asking me who is better than who. Saban was never about that. And the Bear wasn't either. If it wasn't for Paul W. Bryant, when he was in Tuscaloosa at University of Alabama, a lot of those black players at Drury High School wouldn't have gone pro. They wouldn't have gone to college. Because he will always call other colleges that accepted black players during that time. He said, hey, my school is not ready, but you need to come and check this kid out. And so he got tired of this being an all-white team. So he said, okay, we're going to play USC in Birmingham, Alabama. And USC ran all over that football team, beat the crap out of Alabama. And the very next day, they said, we got to get some of those black players. And the rest is history. If it wasn't for him doing that, Alabama would have remained an all-white team for a very long time. So that's what I'm saying. It's stories like that we don't hear about. You know, but yeah, sports, I'm done with professional sports. I am so done with professional sports. Way done. It's no longer about teams anymore. Especially in basketball. You jumping from team to team to get a ring. I'm done with that. Right. I'm not going to do that either. That's why I told somebody, said, do you think you see yourself doing a talk show? No. I'm good. That's what social media for. I don't have to be on a network for people to see me or hear what I got to say. Y'all seeing me just fine right here on this software, on this app. I'm gonna tell you with him, Tom Brady. First of all, his wife, she came out and said it herself. This ain't no rumor or allegedly. I mean, she did stuff for him, but at the same time, he lost a lot of money in that FTX. He retired, but the child lost a lot of money, and so that's why he went back, and that's why he taking all his frustration out on them football players. You be seeing him screaming at them people. He lost a lot of money. This man was going to retire, and he had to come back. And I wouldn't be surprised. His divorce is the cause of it, which makes me wonder, did they already know FTX was in trouble before they finally let us know? Because mind you, he was going through a divorce way before this FTX thing came out. And they was trying to say, showing her with pictures with another football player, trying to get us to focus on that. I guarantee you it has everything to do with the FTX. Thank you guys for the gifts. He lost their money. He got to go back to work. That man be screaming at his players on the sideline. What the? I'm like, oh no, Brady, take him. Cool down, bro. Cool down. That's what I'm saying, Melly. I think we are just now finding out about FTX. I'm thinking FTX been collapsed. We're just now finding out about it, meaning that he knew it before anybody else knew it, that he lost all his money. Oh Lord, I just want us to stop. Stop with the party stuff. If people voted for Trump, if people voted for Biden, it does not matter. We got to stop doing that. That's what's keeping us from coming together and having conversations to see what we can do to get these people out of office. Because nobody deserve it. We need to let people that do stuff in their community. I'm not a political person, but people that do stuff, community service, that actually care about their community, their city, and their state. That's who needs to be in office, and we need to get rid of lobbyists. That needs to be gone. Lobbyists, bye bye. A lot of people don't know, but when they're running for stuff, whether they win or not, they're being approached by lobbyists, and they're giving donations. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. So if you get in office, this is what I want you to do, and that's what we got going on. They took they took the mafia handbook. Our government took the mafia handbook. They literally is doing exactly what the mafia was doing long time ago. Right. That don't make no sense to me either, Carrie, that they getting rich off of the back of us. These people don't even have to, they sure don't even have to go pay for college. They go for free. They go for free, darling. A lot of people want to hate on Trump. For those who don't like the man, didn't vote for him, I want you to really do some research, because he did a lot, especially for the black community, that y'all have no clue that he did way before he became the president. He did a lot. He would help small black businesses, give them loans. When they got the money to pay him back, he didn't accept it. He said, congratulations, keep doing the good work. Please, 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 please do research. I had to do a paper on him years ago when I was in college for my business class. So when he ran for president and he was saying all that stuff, and people saying he was racist, I said, this man ain't racist. What the heck? But he was trying to be the worst evil so that she can win. But it still didn't work out that way, because these people know Hillary. They know her path. She got a long line of skeletons all over this world. Have y'all ever watched this TV show? They stopped it though. They stopped it fast because it was telling too much truth. A lot of times they'll do a season, and then if too many people watch it, they'll take it off. You'll never see another season ever again. I forgot what it's called. Where this military woman, she's over there in Middle East, and they are doing a job, but then a third party comes in and kill her whole group, and they think she's dead, and she's not. Come to find out, our own country was killing our own military people to cover up stuff. But some kind of way she made it out of there and came back to the United States. That stuff going on for real. They talking about something they was killed by a missile by the enemy. No, our own people killed them. Because they don't want them knowing what they really doing over there. Yeah, I'm just a person that I do my research and I try to spread the knowledge that I'm learning so that you can learn. And I tell people, don't even take what I'm saying 100%. Even me. Go and do your own research. Why? Because they do stuff, they make deals with different things in order to money. Basically money. Money. Like the oil. While we was over there in Iraq when Daddy Bush was president, and he pulled back because he was in the middle of running again, but he lost to Clinton, and Clinton wound up serving 2 terms. And so when Al Gore, because I went to bed, Al Gore had won, and then I went to bed and woke up, it was Bush, baby Bush, and I'm like, what? Huh? Okay. And so he had to finish his dad's job. It's all about that oil. If you did research on the Bush family, you'll be shocked. If you knew who Mama Bush daddy was, you'd definitely be shocked. Y'all just don't know that all these people are connected to. All these presidents are blood related. That's why I was tricked when I voted for Barack Obama. I was. This man didn't care about people of color at all. His job was to go in because Baby Bush had messed up the whole deal of them being able to get access to Africa. So they had to let Baby Bush sit down somewhere. And we got Barack Obama in, not knowing that this man is related to the Bush family. And he went in there and they talking about something, his daddy from Kenya, but his daddy dead. That's not his daddy. But they fell for it and they opened the doors back to Africa. Yep, they're cousins. Walla Walla. And sad to say, we got tricked. That too. His dad was Daddy Bush worked with his stepdad. They all worked for the government. So when Barack Obama went up there to Flint, Michigan, and talking about something, give me some water, I was shocked. I was shocked. How dare you? Who does that? These people don't have drinkable water. They can't even take a bath in this goddamn water. And you're going to have the audacity to say, give me some water? If you don't believe me, go Google the video. Because it's there. Oh, I know. Yeah, the man, if y'all, I'm telling y'all, and if you look at Biden, he look like he can be, which they are also linked to the Queen of England family. Biden and the king over there look like they cousins. They both don't know if they here or not. And a lot of people are saying Diana's family is really the true lineage of the royal family. I don't know how true that is now. Like I said, even the royal family don't even have a life. They just as in prison as the people over here. They don't have a say in nothing. Yeah, they saying that her family is the true lineage of the royal family. That's why Charles married her, and she done had 2 kids. Now her kids are the rightful heirs, technically. Of course it was fixed. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why we are not questioning every death when it pertains to anybody that's in the limelight. We're not questioning nothing. All this stuff is, we're all desensitized. I just don't get it. And I was there once too. You know, we just accept what the news tells us. Oh, they were struck out on drugs. Oh, okay. And Hedge had drugs in her body. She was drunk and all this stuff. And then come to find out this woman have nothing in her system. But nobody ain't talking about that. They talked about her having it in her system. Now they saying she didn't have it in her system. But nobody ain't talking about it. Cool. But I feel after watching The Crown, the royal family are just as enslaved. Yes, they got the money and stuff, but they can't do nothing. When I say they can't really do nothing without the firm or whoever these people, they got a group of people that control them too. Without them saying what they can and cannot do and what they can and cannot say, like bullcrap. She literally almost destroyed her sister life because of tradition. Like, let her love who she love. King can literally advocate the throne to be with the woman that he loved. That's what I'm saying. Things evolve. I don't understand what is wrong with society. Things evolve. Things change. Just like children don't learn like my generation learned. Children are more visual. So we can't keep teaching what we've been teaching for the past 40 years and expect these kids to take on what we're teaching. We have to evolve. They are now being presented with technology. We know now that technology is what's grasped their attention. My generation was music, so they will come up with, like, I don't know if y'all remember this. I don't remember all the lyrics, like my with the alphabets. I'll never forget this song, but they had different alphabets. But my favorite one was the M one. My name is M, with the munchy mouth. I like to munch, because my generation was music, so we learned better with if you incorporated music. Well, this generation learns better with technology. My goddamn kids' friends are online. They don't even which blows my mind. They don't make friends that they see. Most of their friends are online. That's what we have going on now with this generation. They are being indoctrinated. Right, Sesame Street, and what was the other one that everybody keeps saying they never seen him young? Oh God, that's from Mississippi. The actor Jesus that played God in the Bruce Almighty and the I don't know what's going on with my brain today. It's like I'm just drawing a blank. I'm just drawing a blank. What is his name? Morgan Freeman. What show that he did that was on PBS? I forgot what show, but it is a younger version of him. Electric Company, yes. Electric Company. That's what it was called. And they educated us, even in our music, like rap. They were educating us. They were telling us and giving us statistics and what this person did. You don't hear that no more. You don't hear that no more. All you hear is killing and drugs and money and bees and all this stuff. I don't even listen to music. I listen to all my old stuff. Even my children's generation will listen to the music that I grew up listening to than they would music of today. That's why they ain't selling. They trying to figure out why somebody only sold 2,000 units. Because your music don't have no substance, baby. People tired of the same thing over and over again. Y'all ain't unique at all. Everybody's music sound the same. I can't. If you play, you know how radio stations used to play that song, and you had to, they'll like play the beginning, then they stop it. Then you had to call in to say who the artist was and what was the name of the song. These kids can't do it because all they songs sounded like. They couldn't. They song wouldn't even last 30 years. Nobody ain't gonna be listening to that song when they grow old. That stuff ain't for old people. Nobody ain't for be saying them words. Auto-tune too. Now a lot of them do auto-tune. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Even Beyonce. And I don't care what nobody say. They auto-tune the heck out of her voice when she was younger. Cause how in the world your voice that high pitch in your 20s and 30s, and then all of a sudden now it's at the norm like it was supposed to be in from the jump. So why is we're making your voice higher in your 20s and 30s, and then you start making lemonade and stuff. Now your voice is like mine. You singing like this. Come on now, girl. And I really don't care for Beyonce because it was always about making sure that she was going to become a star. I'll give her respect on her music, but I never did care for her. For real. I liked her when they was Destiny's Child. That's my era. But as soon as they broke up and they got these other people that nobody knew about, how in the world you saying my name something? And the original people sung the song, but you got two other people that we don't know who this is. Like we weren't going to notice that two members of the original band is gone. Yep, they did. And the reason why they let the daughter go because she left everything to her daughter. And a lot of times you'd be surprised that sometimes your family members can also have a hand in it too. They want that money. I don't know if y'all ever watch Me and Bobby Brown. That was the funniest reality show that I have ever seen. It was Whitney and Bobby. The camera was following them. Whitney, I don't know why we thought she was this perfect little princess. Whitney was ghetto as hell. Whitney was ghetto, Jesus. I don't know who these new artists are. You asking the wrong person. I don't know who B Love is. I don't know who Gloria, whatever her name is. All these new artists, I have no clue. I don't even listen to their music. Now, who I do recommend to listen to, that his music is awesome, is PJ Morton. His tickets are very, very cheap, but he gives you a show. Like if he ever came to your city, I advise you to go because it's worth every penny. And for people trying to figure out who is PJ Morton, he is the only black person that was a part of Maroon 5. Actually, me and him used to be friends, and he was doing his own thing, and I told him, I said, listen, if any record label try to approach you and want to sign you, don't do it. I don't care how much money they give you because they're going to want to change your sound. And he was like, I know not to, just accept anything. But then he gets signed to Young Money. And my heart just broke. And I was like, no, PJ, no. But I guess he remembered what I said because he sure wrote a song, Claustrophobic. So he started his own record label. So whenever I see like artists on this app, I always tag him in it. Now, if they're they have their own record label, I don't mind supporting that. But I ain't supporting these major record labels. Heck no. Yeah. He's all about music and helping people and putting it in his songs. Always been a positive singer. Like all his music is positive. There's nothing negative in his songs. That's why I tell people if you're a Christian and you want to hear music outside of Christian music, he's an awesome artist to listen to. They are pure evil, and I think he saw that for himself. That's why he got up out of there. He started his own record label. Oh, so man, listen. When that girl said that she feels something come over her, girl, that's what you call a demon.
She said she feels something that come over her. Baby, that's called a demon. And it just take over and control. That's a demon. And one thing about her, she don't ever have to say nothing to defend herself. We never hear her defend herself at all. Because she got people that follow her that does it for her. We don't never see her retaliating, getting on social media saying blah, 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 blah. She don't do none of that. Yep, she was raised in church. Yep, she was raised in church. A lot of these celebs are controlled. I believe there are handlers, and sometimes they're married to their handlers. Poor Britney Spears. My heart goes to her. Oh, my heart goes to her. Lord Jesus, this every time I see her come across my For You page spinning around, I be like, Lord Jesus. I be praying for her right there and there. I be praying for her. They did a number on her. It's just sad, Miss Queen. I be like, Lord, as soon as I see her, and she just be spinning, and I'm like, what the? I just start praying. I know Melt Flakes, and that's what I'm saying. When Kanye or Ye is talking about the industry and saying how he can talk like this because they don't got nothing on him, he is speaking facts. But we deem it as crazy. So why should any other celebrity come out and say anything if y'all, all we're going to do is just deem them as crazy? Or we're not going to believe them? When I feel something in my gut, in my spirit, I'm going with it. That's why I'm still speaking out about Twitch. I'm gonna go with my gut because something's not right. She is a beautiful person, Miss Queenie. She just got tired. People don't realize these got darn tabloids and paparazzis. Y'all have to understand they those record labels be telling them where their artists are. They behind all that. You really believe somebody is really stalking these people? No, they are being told where the artists are so they can take pictures because out of sight, out of mind. Positive, negative press does not matter. If you're talking about them, you're buying their music. You know what? I'm glad you brought up Cardi B because, baby, I don't know who she is. If she walked past me, I wouldn't know that was her. Because she don't even look like herself. She do not look like herself at all. She was a beautiful girl. I don't know why she had to get all that work done. It's because you'll be surprised, the ones that are beautiful that men will kill over are the very ones that are very insecure. Very insecure. And like Kim, Puff Daddy wife, ex-wife, died. She was coming out with a tell-all book. I'm worried about him, Wolf Mother. Because I'm afraid if he do too much talking, because, Cardi B says a lot of stuff on her live, and then she shut up a couple of times. Like, sometimes she'll come out and say about the industry and how she turns off the music when her daughter walks into the room, because they know that stuff got hidden stuff underlined in that music to keep us hypnotized, to keep us doing the things that we're doing. Baby, the music industry, that's all they do. When I saw on 106 & Park, what is his name? Lil Wayne and, what is that man name? Birdman? Kiss on the lips. They all get initiated. When Cat Williams, I don't know which special he did, but it's on Netflix. When he talk about he go to them parties and he look in the room and he see two men, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Watch that Cat Williams special. I'm thinking he got on a green outfit, but I don't know which. Let me look on my phone, my other phone. Let me see what it's called. It's on Netflix. Let me see, Cat Williams. Let me look on Netflix, Cat Williams. Let's see if I can find it. And if you got which one is it? Ooh, wait a minute, did they take it down? If y'all hear screaming in the back, that's my oldest son playing a game. No, they took it down. They only got 2 of his specials on here. They smart. Oh, they very smart. It's not even on here. They only got 2 of his specials. Still watch them too. But yeah, he got Cat Williams, World War III, and then he got, which he named his last one, World War III, y'all. And then he got Cat Williams, Great America. But the one I'm talking about, not even on here. Dang. The one I'm talking about, he talking about the celebrities and how he was invited to a party in Hollywood. And he walked and looked at a room and saw 2 men that you would have never thought were together. That stuff go on all the time. It might be on you. You're right. It might be on YouTube. Let me see. Go to YouTube. Where's my YouTube? Cat Williams. I want to try to play Williams. 2 men. Let's see if I can find it. I'm gonna play it on my phone. 2 men at a party. Let's see if it pop up. Okay, I'm finna show y'all real fast. Hold on.
I'm finding out most of the shit I thought was real ain't even real. I met DMX 9 months ago. This nigga is 2 inches taller than me. I don't know why the fuck I thought that nigga was 6'12" or something. That nigga is my size. And he really talk like that. We in a restaurant. He, hell bitch. There is a water and some lemon. Nigga, why are you hollering? We in a restaurant, nigga.
Yeah, it's called Pimp Chronicles.
You know that nigga wasn't shit in school. Couldn't cheat at all.
So it's that one. So if you can find that one, it's on YouTube. It's called Pimp Chronicles. That's the one he talks about Hollywood. Probably so. Living. It's sad to say that that's the only people that protects people like him or people like us is the Nation of Islam. Why do you think Muhammad Ali turned to them for protection? Yep. But guys, it has been fun. I have been on here long enough. I'm going to try to come on live more often because I really don't. And a lot of people say, why don't you do live? I don't know. I'm going to start coming on live more often. Get on here and have a conversation. I'm not going to tell you when because when I tell people when, my connection be all messed up. Be all the way messed up. But yeah, so when you get notified, you better jump on. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for taking out the time to hang out with me. We'll do this again, okay? Take care. Bye.